one. Welcome everybody to season 3 of Expressed Opinion with your girl Lynn Roberts. I am Lynn Roberts.
I'm that girl DC.
And I'm your boy T-Boy.
Big C's.
Big C's! Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It is so good to see everybody. How's everybody doing?
Doing it.
I'm good. Hey, I'm doing real good over here.
No.
That's 6-0. Let's go, Eagle!
Hey.
We finna ride with y'all, but we finna take care of this, man.
Really?
Jen and Huggy,
You-
man.
you-
Hey, we ain't gonna talk about football right now. But hey, you
really?
see me dressed out though.
Oh, really?
I got that throwback. I got
It ain't
that
like you can play, Craig.
man.
Any- Anyway.
I don't know now. You like the DB now.
Hey.
So you can be on the line.
Hey, I got that Westbrook.
Sideline. Anyway.
I'm trying to give you some escalades.
Okay. All right.
I got that now.
Look, we just got back and
Hey.
we can't even get started.
Can't even get
we
started.
can't even get started.
We missing each other already.
We missed y'all. I
We
missed
miss
y'all.
I miss y'all.
How was everyone's time off? How did everybody do?
Man, it was lovely.
It's been trying for me. Oh my God, it's been so much going on in my family and things that have going on just
Life.
in life. But you know what? If I'm down low, I can't do nothing but go up high.
Ain't that the truth?
That's what my mentality
Ain't
is
the
right
truth.
now.
Just be the Jeffersons, cause
Big
we gonna
C's.
move on up. What's going on
Oh,
with you,
one
Big
vertical,
C's?
I'm happy. I made it. One vertical, I made it. I got everything I need.
Hey, Big C, I got a question. You remember all last season you was trying to take care of that?
You care what?
Take care of that.
Oh, did you take care of that?
Oh, still found no sinners.
Oh, Lord.
You don't kiss and tell. There you go. Look how.
Okay, with that.
There you go.
No. It ain't. Look. It ain't that he don't kiss and tell, is it?
Go with
He
that.
ain't
I'm about to
kissing.
tell you all this. You tell me.
Hey, you handle that.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I've
let's
been doing
just.
my 15 minutes though.
I'm about to tell you how many
Your
pimples
15
on
minutes.
those.
Yeah, I've been doing my 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
Oh, he has.
I've been doing my 15
He's
minutes.
made sure to bring that up. Stress free.
Yeah, you're
Exercise.
stressing.
Oh, stress 15?
No. 15 minutes.
Of the remember.
Oh, I get my 15. I'm ready to see how long people on a regular. They might not know.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I hate
You see what we've missed there. You see
You know
what
what?
we've
This is
missed.
like a well-oiled machine. It
No,
just keeps
just
going
saying.
and going and going.
You know what?
Yeah, hey, change too. Boy, they can't see it.
15 seconds.
Wow, really? Seriously, this is what I missed. So we got a brand new season starting. As you can see, we've updated our logo. Woohoo! We got a new Expressed Opinion logo. And we also got some more stuff coming to you soon. I'm not gonna say, I'm just gonna put it out there when it gets here. So y'all will see it when it gets here.
Stay
We're not
tuned.
Yeah.
Stay
It's
tuned.
always gonna be something new, something better. We're always trying to escalate.
You know what? Listen.
That's our new word. We're escalating.
Yeah, I like that word better than rise because I ain't a Falcon fan.
Mm.
What are you talking about? We're talking about escalade versus accolade.
Yeah.
That's what your want to be senator
Said, yeah.
said.
Oh,
He said
you know.
he got all kind of
He have a lot of
escalates.
escalades, but you want to talk about his escalades. He rather talk about the people of Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm not y'all figure who that person
Yeah,
is.
there you go. Y'all figure that out. All right, let's get into it. Let's get involved. Y'all ready?
Last name Walker.
They're talking about stereo.
Damn, Herschel.
Radio.
First say he don't want to talk about his escalades.
Damn, Herschel.
Not his accolades,
But it's
It's
escalating.
escalades.
Yeah, that's stereo, not radio.
Oh,
Get it?
Lord.
Martin
Okay.
Escapade.
All right, y'all.
Oh,
Yeah, all them escapades.
Right.
All right, y'all, let's get into the headlines. Man, let me tell you. Kanye done lost his damn mind. That's all I'm gonna say. He done lost his everlasting rabbit ass mind.
It's that money.
let's discuss.
Okay.
What's an
It's
example?
that money.
Let's discuss.
Okay.
Okay, recently Kanye was on a podcast and they were discussing the George Floyd case.
Okay.
And he made the statement that George Floyd died from a fentanyl overdose.
Can I plead the fifth on this topic?
Hold on.
Explain the fifth on the topic.
Are you
No,
guilty
you
of
can't.
something?
You can't plead the
No,
fifth.
but if I
do
plead
it.
the fifth, I feel like I don't have to comment, because if I comment, it may come out wrong. Very wrong.
No, they come out wrong.
No.
So Kanye.
I mean, everybody else got something to say about it. Why can't you?
Okay, hold on. Y'all know.
Refresh
Here we go.
how George Floyd died.
Here we go. Here go the spec. Let me
Oh
know.
my goodness.
Let me put them the specs. There we go. All right. Let's see. Didn't you make me drop
How
the
did Floyd die?
Okay. He died with 8 minutes and 43
Chokehold.
seconds of a knee on his neck.
Right. Okay.
But according to Mr. Kanye,
It was fentanyl.
he was doing a Drink Champs interview. That's what it was. He was
Oh,
doing the
Lord.
Drink Champs interview, and he was spreading anti-Semitic comments.
Okay, hold on. Let's clarify this. Who was doing the interview? Kanye, right?
He was being interviewed. The name of the podcast was
Drink
Drink Champs.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so he would continue, because lately he's been doing these anti-Semitic rants and stuff, going back and forth with that trifling chick Candace Owens, but we ain't even gonna talk about her. Anywho, he said that he made the insensitive remarks about George Floyd, and he was denied a fentanyl at the office. That's why he said it wasn't Chauvin's knee on his neck. It was the fentanyl. And following the interview, the attorney, Lee Merritt, stated that on Twitter that the Floyd family is considering a lawsuit against him now. And it is officially being filed. And the amount that is being filed is $250 million after the fit. I wonder if he's going to be crazy after that.
Oh, that'll sense you up real quick.
I mean,
Now, where was there any report anywhere that stated even the tiniest bit of drugs in Mr. Floyd's system?
That is going to be the problem.
talking about the autopsy and all
The
that.
autopsy, yeah.
Because I'm sure, I'm almost certain they probably did something. Because for the police to clear their name, trying not to be responsible for his death, I'm almost certain they did everything.
They
Even
find
an
everything,
autopsy,
right.
Yeah, they did all of
yeah.
that. They did an
So
autopsy and
fentanyl was
everything.
not in his system, and he claimed that it was, and he's tarnishing.
That man's name
Yeah.
and his
Yeah,
family.
so if it's a trace
And
of
basically-
it in the system,
And basically,
There's a
you're
problem.
causing them to live this
relive the term
all
the trauma.
over again by you making that type of comment. And then you're doing it on a public forum that can be played over and over and over. And not only that, you know that the story is going to gain traction. And you know it's going to be picked up all over on different outlets. And they're going to be talking about it.
Well, there's a weird catch with being a public figure.
Mhm.
Let's look at what's the guy named that was eating people?
Dahmer.
Dahmer. There you go. So now there's also a lawsuit on that, saying that when that movie came out, there's some families trying to sue the people that put out the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, saying they made them relive it.
Mm.
I
But
mean,
then-
I can say I'm sorry for what happened to those people, but when these things rise to that level of being a public thing,
Mhm.
it's open for public scrutiny.
But see, that's different though. That they're doing a documentary, or they did a movie based on fact of something, an event that actually
there's
happened.
still there's some
Kanye is basically,
You said that man name all wrong.
Kanye.
I know, I said Kanye as in no. Kanye basically is putting out falsehoods about how this man died when they have irreparable proof of how this man died.
But if there's a trace of fentanyl,
But there isn't. When all of this took place, when all of this first happened, they put the autopsy report out there in public. They disclosed the autopsy.
I'm gonna detail this here too.
No, I was really trying to comment on the Dahmer thing.
Dahmer.
I don't think they should sue the people. If anything, maybe they should get some type of compensation from the movie that was made. 'Cause it was made about him. It just happened that those family members were his victims.
And I'm
so
sure
maybe they should get compensation for the movie, not necessarily being sued. I understand the torment emotionally it will have. But with this man right here just throwing things out because he feel like he can, he have to know that people are going to go after his pockets.
On both sides, I see a cautionary tale.
Mm-hmm.
Because when these things are brought to light, it shines a spotlight on what happened. Mm-hmm. Even though Kanye made that remark, look what it did for people. It still brings back up the issue of police brutality in the black community. So, yeah, that light, he's not letting that die. So that still becomes a conversation.
But it's better ways to do it than to sit up here and lie about how it happened.
True, but look at how media sensationalized much of everything.
True.
In order to keep it going. What do they say? If it bleeds, it leads. And like Don words, that should be a cautionary tale of, be careful when you go home.
Okay.
People out here, right? They wild. Hey, because I'm not
going
nobody else.
Hey, you a vegetarian or?
Right. No, you just said you a cannibal. You just get straight to the point. Are you a cannibal?
Eating me.
I mean, look.
Eating me.
You eat people. Well,
you're right. I'm like, you eat people.
Yeah, but wait a minute. When he took him home, wait a minute. Did he put on Silence of the Lambs when he?
Right.
Were they watching Silence of the Lambs when he took them home? What? What happened?
They were all over behind
I
you.
said people do eat people.
Yeah, I heard what you said. I know, but at least they still alive though. They still alive.
Oh yeah, but that is the key point.
They still alive.
Still alive.
They can live without.
To eat.
Mm.
Okay.
Really?
Caesar, look, he still has that mojo. Caesar still has that mojo.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Pause. You see, we ain't even been.
I know.
Minutes.
And
It's
the already. It's always been too.
Why are we talking about
Just
that?
stop being. We can't even
We have a decent conversation.
We can't even have a physical conversation up in
Y'all
here.
gonna stop acting like Hershey.
Wow.
Creating all these.
Not Hershey Walker.
You mean stereo?
It's stereo. Okay. Oh, you know what?
Back to the
Okay,
topic.
that's it. I mean, that.
Hey, he's a good running back.
We pulling out of the stadium.
Oh,
wow.
All right, I'm gonna need you to park. I'm gonna need you to park. I'm gonna need you
I'm sorry.
going back in the stadium. We get ready to go back in. We sorry, y'all. We haven't seen each other in several months because we were on break and stuff, and we're getting back into the swing of things. So y'all stick with us. They're gonna take their medication, and we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back in the swing of things like we're supposed to be. Okay, so we're gonna be all right. All right, and so everybody good?
Good.
All right, moving right along, cause see, I thought you knew about that getting 8, so we ain't gonna talk about that, but we gonna talk to Caesar about what he thought he knew. What's going on with I thought you knew?
Well, we
this
might
gonna
be
be good.
in the age where you will get to see the cure for cancer.
Awesome.
Because everything comes in big threes.
Which
Like
one?
Which
one?
All cancer.
Cancer. Period.
Okay.
But there's a trick behind cancer and all these major diseases out here. They're big money makers.
Mm-hmm.
So the cure, you still have the conspiracy theory you gotta watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because what doctors do, they like to treat. They don't like to cure.
Exactly.
There's no money in curing.
But you know about that black doctor that, not Sebi, the other doctor, it's a woman doctor.
And you hit on one of them right on the head. Well, I forgot her name. I'm gonna say her name wrong. It's Dr. Hyande Nicole Green.
Yeah,
She was like the first black woman to do that with lasers and nanotechnology.
Yes.
And she successfully cured it.
Yep.
And I wanted to actually lead out with her first and kind of last too, because the other company that is doing it now is Biotech SE.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who gave you great hits like the cure for COVID.
He still the great hits, like
The greatest hits. COVID cure. So that
It's cured.
well, not a cure, but the vaccine
No, 'cause
that came out. And they have also said that they came across some like
Eat that way.
majors.
Eat that way.
Y'all wonder why I act the way I act on this show? I am too close to
No, no,
No, it's gonna wait. It's gonna get wait. It's gonna get closer.
come over here.
Yeah, so that company is saying that they also have a revolutionized a new
I don't trust them. Going
Yeah,
with,
well,
going with
Big
Sister
Pharma.
Girl. Going with Sister Girl. I'm going with Sister
yeah,
Girl.
and,
Mhm.
and she's been doing great things. You know how quickly they hushed her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They quieted her immediately.
Of
The minute that
course.
whole thing came out, nothing else.
Cause she appeared on the Ricky Smiley show several
Did she?
times. Yes, talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
She was on Ricky Smiley, and they was like, "Y'all protect her,
Right.
protect her at all costs, protect her."
Because look, I've had members of my family come down with cancer, and the cost.
Mm.
I've even watched them do this
It's
to this
detrimental.
member of my family. His cancer went in remission, it was gone. They kept giving him chemo, and he caught on and was getting sicker and sicker, and was like, because here's what happens. Once they break the vial on it and use just a little bit, the whole thing has to be trashed.
Mhm.
But they get paid for the entire treatment.
Mhm.
Well, finish telling us about Miss Lady.
Oh, this young lady from University of Alabama,
Mhm.
still doing great things at this moment, but I know, again, it's been silenced. You haven't heard a word after she came out with that treatment and using nanoparticles, which is basically getting down to the smallest element of the cells being to attack from the inside out.
But you also know, I had posted on my social media a man who was diagnosed with prostate cancer,
Mhm.
and he was able to cure his cancer by using, I don't know, I don't know if I think I told you about soursop bitters.
Yeah, soursop. Yeah.
Soursop
is a
bitters.
known thing,
Yes.
yeah, by itself.
The soursop bitters, take it 3 times a day. You take it when you first get up, you take it on an empty stomach, and you need to mix it with baking soda. You can use like lime and maple syrup. And you boil the water. You gotta heat the water. You put it in there while it's boiling, and you put all the stuff in there. And he was talking about the cycles of cancer, because the cycles of cancer is quicker than the cycles in your body.
Wow.
And then he was talking about the seasons, just like the seasons change.
Right.
Your body goes through a change
Right.
every season, and he was saying that at the beginning of every season, you need to cleanse your body.
So what are the mixtures of it? Like how much syrup? How much?
Yeah, it's like a tablespoon with the it's a tablespoon of the soursop.
How much water you put?
You just 8-ounce glass,
Okay.
just like an 8-ounce glass.
Okay.
And you put the soursop in there, you put the
Tablespoon.
tablespoon of the soursop, and you put a teaspoon of the baking soda, and a couple of teaspoons of the maple syrup to help with the bitterness, because it is bitter, and then you could use lemon or lime. And you mix it up and you stir it real good, and you drink
Drink
it.
like a tea.
Yeah, you drink
You
it
drink
like,
all of it? Or
yeah,
do a
you
cup
drink
a day?
you drink
I mean,
all
a cup
of
3 times a day.
Yeah, you drink a cup 2 to 3 times a day.
Okay.
But make sure when you do that first one that you do it on an empty stomach. And at the beginning of every season, just like you have winter, spring, summer, fall, like the beginning of winter, you need to cleanse your body. Beginning of spring, you need to cleanse your body.
Now, when you say cleanse your body, does that mean you go on a fast? Does that mean you need to
You can-
detox?
Yes, like
take a
detox, you can do a
go through?
detox, you can do a fast and clean, because you gotta clean your bloodstream. And then all diseases are mucus born. They
And that
come
was
from
Dr. Sabi's.
Yes, they develop from mucus. So you could cure any disease if you get rid of the mucus in your body, and you switch to an alkaline diet.
They say you can cure any disease in your body. But tread
Hey,
lightly with that.
Look,
You
the
know?
man, they took the man to court. He had what, 72 witnesses that came in there
I'm not
that
saying
he
I'm
cured?
not saying it, but that may not work for
For
everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
but
can't
yeah.
really spread
But
information.
yeah, I get that. But then also, it is called you need to use common sense when you're doing these things. and also
balance,
wait a minute.
balance that act with
Yeah.
your physicians and
Yeah, and
what
not
your
only
beliefs
that,
are.
not only that, it's your food intake.
Mhm.
You gotta stop eating all these processed foods.
Well, that is a
that's
big
kinda
thing.
hard
My
to do.
doctors tell me the same thing. If it comes to
I
the
like
bank,
processed food.
I'm
I
being
like
a man of that age who you know.
See,
They
that's
said
why
it's
you got
supposed
a
to be
nugget
checked.
right there. You want the McDonald's nuggets.
Oh, that's just terrible.
No, that's number 36. That's 36.
McDonald's?
McDonald's nuggets.
Don't do that.
See?
That's why I got this. It's, it blows up to 36 for the undefeated team.
Did you see
the Eagles?
research on that?
Huh?
He
Oh,
don't
no.
care.
Yeah.
I saw it. He
Yeah.
don't care.
You can set them nuggets out for years.
Yeah.
And
then
flies won't even eat it. I mean, flies eat any damn thing. They won't even eat it. They poop. They poop. The nuggets are worse than poop.
I cannot tell
I'm
you the
going to Red and White
last
and
time.
get me a bag of nuggets.
Last time I went to McDonald's and they shorted me my $5, I haven't
You
been
stop.
back. I have not been back since. I refuse to go.
Now listen, I will tell you, I mean Chick-fil-A and Zaxby's.
That's it. That's me. That's it.
And if you're in Savannah, I would go to karaoke. Those
Overpriced. I'm sorry.
Not overpriced.
No, I'll
But-
go to Barnes.
As I was saying,
Especially
but
on Sunday.
now see,
Barnes, karaoke.
speaking, now you talking about speaking of
It's
restaurant.
like home cooked meals.
Listen, the best steak to me, steakhouse.
it's my house.
The steakhouse is Longhorn. I'm dead ass serious about this now.
Oh Lord.
I'm dead ass. We talking about steaks. Come on now.
So-
In Texas, it's
I
Longhorn.
said, so
It's
what?
Longhorn.
What a segue. What a segue. Because guess what? It's time for I'm Dead Ass Serious with your boy T. Roy.
Hey.
So he dead ass serious about
I'm
the
dead ass
steaks.
serious
So what
about
else
my
are you
body.
dead ass
Yeah, we
serious
talking about
about?
the goddamn steaks, bro.
Oh my God.
I
I
like
did.
to eat.
Speak
I
your
don't-
hand.
Listen,
What happened with that?
listen.
That's
These
what I
hands,
did.
You look like that with a loving way.
man, look here. These hands, these steak hands.
What?
What?
Them skinny
Steak
steaks.
hands. Nah, my hands are work hands.
Them hands need some moisturizer.
Bruh.
Just
It's like
saying.
I need some lotion right now, but I'm still
Oh
good.
Lord, you need.
I don't have no complaints at home.
Oh, run. And don't complain. You put a little lotion on it.
I
They like my rough hands.
Yes, because he got Crisco at home.
But hey, I'm dead ass serious, man. Like, I want to get back to talking about football. Where we started earlier, we were talking about these black coaches.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we, me and a couple of fellas, we were talking about black coaches, and it's not enough black coaches in the NFL.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the owners, it's like they don't want to hire these black coaches.
Yeah, that's been
You
a
know,
problem
you
for years.
You can't talk about. You can't tell nobody with money what to do with their money. I
Sure.
spend my money.
Okay.
You know, they're gonna hire family or hire somebody from a college that done won multiple, championships and all that other stuff. And I'm like, how can we convince them to let these black coaches that are eligible for the job do the job?
You can't.
No, let me pull on.
Oh, Lord. Here we
I honestly think it's gonna have to be infiltrated just like quarterbacks were. It's gonna come a time when, and I hate to say, I can't say when the time will be, but hopefully soon, they will start, segueing their way into the NFL. But just like black quarterbacks, because of the agility that they have to now get another quarterback that's going to be able to compete on that level.
True.
So I think that is how we're getting so many black quarterbacks into the NFL.
Yeah, now.
I mean, and if you're white and you're playing, you're gonna have to be a Josh Allen.
Or Daniel Jones.
You know, I mean, you gonna have to be, you have to be mobile. You have to be able to run. You have to be able to throw. You have to make quick decisions.
Will be a cheerleader like Dak Prescott. I'm just saying.
Otherwise you have to have an old line to protect you, and you gonna have the referees and everybody else like Tom Brady. I mean, I'm just saying.
The way I see it, it's kind of like how blacks get portrayed in college. We didn't infiltrate college. What happened was, if you find a losing university, you'll find the first university start taking black players.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't take it because they loved us. They took us because they had a need, and that need was to win. That's the need that's going to come back because these young black talent that's coming into the league, they're going to be led. They need to be led by us because we know how to talk to our people.
Mm-hmm.
We know how to deal with our people. We know how to deal with their attitudes and everything else because we're with our people all the time.
True.
The other side coach won't. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to think this player has an attitude and spaz on them, and it's going to turn into an incident.
Mm-hmm.
Then when money gets involved, loss of money, loss of job, or you hit the media that, oh, you're kind of racist.
Mm.
Then they're going to start bringing us in to
And
coach
they
our
starting
own.
off early too, man.
Or those black coaches are going to go into coaching college.
College,
The college teams are
and
going to
winning.
start winning. The NFL going to have to stop. We need a coach.
Deion
Like now, a lot of these
Sanders.
college, a lot of
Deion
coaches come
Sanders.
from, exactly.
Biggest name.
They're coming from
Yep.
colleges
College.
and they're going into the
But they're not
NFL
coming
to
from
coach.
big colleges.
But it don't matter. Once you start
The
winning,
HBCU, that's where they're coming from.
but once you start winning,
It
you
matters
going-
right
right,
where
exactly. Win. And that's what Deion is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm praying that other players, NFL players, will start coaching as well.
Exactly.
And once they start taking notice and they start looking for coaches, I mean, it's gonna be hard
Yeah.
not to say,
Not to see
oh,
that,
we
right?
can't give him a chance.
Absolutely.
You know, because they're a winning coach. You have a white winning coach, you have a black winning coach. I mean, you
But
gave
they're
them
on
a
two different
chance,
levels now.
but why aren't you giving all the black winning coaches a chance?
Well,
the
you
same.
said there's white winning coaches. I mean, when they take over the field, somebody got to win.
Well, I mean, you know, right,
You gotta think they are in different divisions.
right, but I'm still saying, well, I'm saying it like this. Once you have enough and you have a pool of African American coaches and they're winning, and you have the NFL looking for coaches and they're going down to colleges to pull these coaches out because they're winning. And hey, what you're doing now, what you're coming to do with my NFL team? What you gonna? I mean, how could you avoid it? Because then it really is going to really pop out to say, okay, what's going on with the racism thing? I'm not saying that it's not happening now, but it's going to be more prevalent when you have more coaches on the college level that are African American, and now you have NFL
Right.
owners
Reflect
looking for
themselves.
coaches and coming to the
Right.
college level, and you're only picking one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, I think it'll shine the light more.
Exactly.
You don't have as many African American college coaches.
No.
Exactly.
So when you pull coaches, I mean the majority of them are going to be white.
Right.
So when you, if more coaches, more African American players, or they become head coaches and on the college level, the collegiate level, then I think owners gonna have to start taking notice.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. The offensive coordinator that's playing behind the head coach, do you think that they're eligible to be a
Yes,
head coach?
you have plenty of offense coordinators, defense coordinators that become coaches.
Yep.
Look at old boy from
Miami.
Miami,
Mm-hmm.
from San Fran.
Uh-huh.
I mean, hey, well, he what is he? He's not. He's I think
Right behind the
he's mixed or
assistant.
something. He's mixed. I'm not
assistant
sure.
or something.
But you know, hey,
I mean, Mike Singletary, I think he was good in with the 49ers. They did not like his attitude.
I ain't never seen that man smile. Does he?
Mike Singletary.
I have even when I was little,
He was
when
the head
he
coach,
played,
though.
when he played,
Yeah.
and like when he got interviewed, I have never seen that man. I don't even know how he had kids.
Beast.
I'm trying to think, did he even smile at his wife?
That
Because
man-
I'm like,
He's
what
so
man?
mad about worry about that.
Beast, though.
I'm
Right.
just saying, I have never seen Mike Singletary. He's about like Robert Parrish from the Celtics. Never seen him smile. Never.
What do you need to smile
I
for?
didn't even know the man had teeth
Thank you.
because he didn't smile.
What do you need to smile for?
When they win a game, damn, I'm happy we won something.
But it's not the win that he won.
It's a win. A win is a win.
He's looking for that blowout.
But I'm just saying,
Deion Sanders say he won't even coach for an NFL team.
that's good.
And he has his reasons. He said,
I know. Yeah.
Because then they start controlling you.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
All of
That's
this
not
who
what
he
he
is,
said.
they're gonna try to pull that out. I'm
You
like,
think
no,
the love of the game is different in college than it is in the
Oh, it's
NFL?
a much different thing.
And that's one of the reasons why, because he said that the pro players today are not hungry like the players were back in the day when he played, because now they're all about their social media and how much money they're gonna make and their endorsements and stuff.
Let me
That
add-
was one of the reasons.
Right, let me add to that. He said he'll be in jail.
Because dealing with those
Because
attitudes.
dealing with the attitude because they got money.
Exactly.
I guess they forget that that's a job.
Because see, in college, he could tell them, hey, halftime,
You take my uniform off and get
yeah,
on.
and go home. He can't tell an NFL player that.
Yeah.
No, because the owner makes that call.
Come on, man. Come on.
But
I mean,
then,
it
but
makes
then
sense.
isn't the hamstring of the coach? You should
Why
give
coach
him that
ain't
power.
gonna do that?
You give that power to fire. He is the manager.
Them white collars, them white.
If you give the coach the power to
How
fire,
the head coach
I
is
guarantee
not
they
a
act like, huh?
You have the manager and you have the head coach.
Yeah.
Really?
You got general manager.
Well, they need to give him. They need to let that coach.
Because you got the owner,
they
the
need to let
general
coach
manager,
manage-
and
they need
the
to let
head
him
coach.
manage his team.
The front
Jerry
office,
Jones,
you have the front office.
The front office.
Jerry
and the coach.
Jones and Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones, then there's Mike McCarthy.
But the coach is on the field dealing with these people. You're in the front office. You in there in the AC.
But here's the problem: the players that go around that coach, it's like,
And
hey,
that's the part you should
do
allow.
I want this player on the field or do I want you to call plays? You got an offensive coordinator.
It's called plays.
And
Sometimes
he's
it's
young.
calling plays.
I mean-
Their job is making a cohesive unit
That boy number 12 years old.
Know that.
The offensive coordinator.
He's 12.
He's number 12.
And-
For what team? What are you talking about?
Dallas.
He's
He's
12.
12.
But
Wow.
you know, okay.
He's 12.
The
You ever
young
seen
kid,
it?
You
Man,
said
listen, the boy is 12. No,
I'm
he
not
should
talking
be going.
about that.
He should be going on 13 now.
He should be
Because
going on
that's
13.
weird.
That sounds very, very personal.
You already, it is personal.
It's
You
all
see what I got on? All that no, I have not heard nothing from them since Sunday.
I guess you dead ass serious.
Yeah, serious. I have not heard nothing from them. And guess what? I ain't even say nothing to them.
Yeah,
Yet.
they've been.
I got 2 weeks.
What do y'all play them again?
Man, it's sometime in December. But
Oh, so you can
we
talk
got
all the way
bye.
till December.
We got bye.
But you can talk all the way till
All the
December.
way till December. Damn. Yep. We cut y'all
Watch out,
ass.
Cowboys.
Oh my
We
god.
beat y'all. I
You,
win
you
nothing.
know, you know they gonna be watching. They gonna be like, man. You know they gonna be like, yeah, man. Ain't nobody think about you. Ain't nobody think about you. Well, what about? You already know. Well, what about? It's gonna be a what about? What are you doing?
Look at
On
that.
the back of my shirt. What's that?
Oh, Lord.
Westbrook.
Oh my God. Sit your happy ass.
Stop it.
I thought he was trying to look out a window or something.
Just plug his
Oh Lord.
This season go. Hey, you know what? Y'all next though.
And
Y'all next.
look, I already know we rebuilding, so
Oh no,
yeah,
here we
so
go. You sound like that. Like we been building.
well, no, because they
We
thought they
got a
already
quarterback.
rebuilt. No. They thought they already rebuilt.
That's
What they already thought they rebuilt. They were playing with Legos.
I'm sorry.
We
y'all.
already know we're in
I
the
didn't
process
turn
of
this into a
rebuilding.
Football conversation.
Yes, you did.
You
Because you
were
was
dead
dead
ass
ass
serious
serious
about
about
it.
it. You
About what I
was
was
dead
saying,
ass
though.
serious about that.
Yeah.
So it's okay. We're gonna let you slide. You know, it's our first
I'm
week
my
back.
quarterback then for first down. Oh my bad. Keep going.
What? Man,
You carry on. I'm good.
You
I'm gonna drink my cranberry
Go
juice.
sit in the corner. Real talk. Go sit in the corner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up to a new segment that we brought to the show this go round this season. We're going to be talking about real things with real talk with our girl DC. So DC, what we talking about?
We'll talk.
Okay,
now.
so this
Real talk.
is real talk. I want to discuss some life things. Like, I have the question I am posing to everyone: how much, when you start dating, how much should you tell that person about your past once it becomes a little bit more than just dating? It's not, quite exclusive, but y'all are moving towards a direction? At what point do you even discuss your past? How much of your past do you think they should know? If they ask you, do you lie about it?
Oh,
Bill Clinton,
no,
don't ask, don't tell.
Don't lie, you avoid it.
Well,
Don't
number
lie.
one,
How do
number
you
one.
avoid?
Number
Okay, well,
one.
let me take lie back.
All right.
Okay, avoid. How do you avoid? So you're dating and y'all get a little, you start like
Getting a
like,
little comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable with each other.
3 months.
And you start
4
talking
months,
about,
6 months.
you're trying to get to know, like really know them and their, intimate, on that intimate level.
Mm-hmm.
What do you talk about? What parts of your past do you disclose to them?
That's a hard question.
I would say the parts that you are comfortable
Oh,
What
with.
about your relationship?
That's
Do
not
you talk
a-
about your
that's not a
relationships,
hard
your past
question.
Well-
relationships, how they ended, what happened?
I think it's like this. If the question is asked and you feel comfortable enough to discuss it, then go ahead and discuss it. I mean, if you don't have anything to hide, and I mean, if it wasn't something that was traumatizing or detrimental.
Well, it's not about hiding anything. If they say,
Yeah.
okay, well, tell me about some of your experiences, with relationships. You gonna automatically go, well, I was in a relationship, but you start talking about your past relationships. How much do you tell about those relationships so that doesn't come, like, if you start doing things, oh yeah, you did that in your last relationship.
Well, see, when it starts coming like that, then, that person that you're talking to is bringing that back up.
Yeah, you shouldn't use.
To use it
that
again. It's
information
like
as
you
ammunition.
did. So you basically, if you ask me about my past and I feel comfortable enough with you to tell you about my past, I'm not telling you for you to use it against me in the future. I'm telling you because I'm comfortable enough with you to confide in you about some things that I went through.
Okay. So do you go in detail about how, like, do you go in detail about who it is, or
No.
Not necessarily, no.
if the person is still around you?
No need for.
The
Yeah,
person is
I
still
think
around you. So if you dated a person, you was talking about a relationship, and that person is around you. Do you tell it was that person, or do you not say anything? What if it comes out later on that that's the person that you were talking about?
I mean,
Is that considered a lie?
I don't think it's
because-
considered a lie, but I think if you're going to tell it, you need to, be honest enough to say, okay, well, and then this person, is still around. I mean, it depends on how the situation is or how the relationship
One thing I
is.
won't do, I'm not going to go out and bash anybody.
Exactly.
I will talk about maybe the things that I thought I could have done better,
Mm-hmm.
could have worked on, and things like that. Because in that, when you're telling me, if I'm hearing someone telling me how bad this other person is, guess what I'm hearing? How bad of a judgment that you make on people you choose for yourself.
Mhm.
So I might be a bad choice for you too, because you're picking up this a certain personality type that you never gel with. My personality type is of a certain time. Everybody has, and certain personality types don't fit together.
True.
You make bad judgment calls.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that's telling me. But if you're telling me more about who you are and who you were in those relationships and maybe how you've grown
You
out
know
of it.
what? That's a really good point when you make about the personality types and the type of personalities you pick.
Right.
Because a lot of times, sometimes you're picking these people, and unbeknownst to you,
Right.
that's what you're
That's
doing.
what you, right.
Until you go back and reevaluate, and you look back, you're like, "God, maybe
Why am I always getting this guy that's always that or doing this or that?
Yeah.
You're choosing that personality type.
And you know what? I had, yeah, you did. That's what I'm saying. I had to do a self-evaluation. I'm like, wait a minute.
They just made us started looking like.
You know what? Shut up, man. Somebody asked you that.
Looking at like.
I'm like, I'm like, now it's like, somebody, I'm like, no, I ain't picking nobody. I ain't talking, no, because they always end up, I always pick the wrong kind. So I'm not picking nobody, anybody. I'm not picking anybody anymore.
So T. Roy, what do you think? You mighty quiet.
Yeah.
Yes, I am very
You
quiet.
crickets. You
Yeah, I'm
that's
crickets
just
over here.
crickets.
Oh my goodness.
You sound like a Cowboy fan right now.
Wow.
I'm just saying, let's go and take a sip of
Yeah.
That was shots
My
fired.
elbows is ashy too, so I can come.
That's all right. I put some of this tonic water on.
Now, I put it this way, you know, it takes time to get to know somebody from 6 months to a year and a half, so forth. And I think you only give them a little bit at a time. When you first meet somebody, the first thing you go off for, what you do and all that other stuff, you know, that's small, that's 20%, you know. And as the time go on, you start giving them more percentage of you because you start getting comfortable with them or whatever. Learning that person, you don't know them until you live with them. Okay? Once you live with them, then you know, okay,
You gotta leave.
bruh. It's different.
Were you in a space just now? She like,
It jumped right out.
I just,
You got to go, bro.
my bad. I'm sorry.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
you know, so, you know, as time go on, you know, you start looking at things different with them. you
Well,
know?
see, my thing is, I get away from timetables. It's utter nonsense.
Yeah. Why you gonna put a time?
Why do you put
Because
a time? I get all these timetable things of when we should have sex, when we
3
should
months.
start talking about this. Guess what?
2 months.
If we are there and we call ourselves, I'm gonna dump my baggage at your front damn door. Look
Wait a
at it.
minute. What?
I like to eat this. I like to do that. I like this. Is that bottom big enough to my big? Okay, we like one of them.
Oh,
We're gonna
wow.
talk about everything up front. We grown folk. Let's talk about it. Because the time, here's the thing. The dating process is an interview process to get over the initial hump. Everybody, you should expect an evolution in it. What you found at the dating table is not going to be that person 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, because you are now the X variable that's affecting them.
Yeah. You're right.
So don't say, oh, they're acting like this for no reason.
No.
I'm sorry, look in the mirror,
To
please.
the left. To the left.
Look in the mirror.
Yeah, okay.
And defect.
Yep. To the left. To the left.
So understand where you stand and how you think. And this is where I go with guys and girls. Get yourself centered before you get in a relationship.
What is centered?
That
Let's
is,
be very
well,
like.
centered is understanding yourself, who
You
you
know
are,
what?
what your
Wait
needs are, and being honest about it.
Men.
I just had this very conversation with someone, and I asked them, because they've always been in a relationship, and I asked them, have you ever been
Spend time
by
by
Yourself! Can you enjoy you?
Exactly. I said,
Oh.
have you ever just been
Right.
by yourself
Right.
to know who you are? You know? Because me, to be honest, I've been divorced, what now? 12 years? Ish.
At 12.
12.
Okay.
Okay, fine. But anywho, but in that time frame, you know, that you have to take that time to get to know self, to know you, to know who you are. So therefore, when you go to get into another relationship, you know what you can and you cannot accept. You know what you will and will not allow from another individual. You know how you are as a person. You know your habits and what you like and don't like. If you don't want nobody, and especially if they coming in your space. And that, I think that's a conversation you have to have
With a therapist.
with not just
Because that's what a therapist is. A therapist holds that mirror up in front of you
yeah,
and asks you to really look in.
into yourself,
Right.
and see
And
who
answer
you
these
are.
questions.
Yeah, and sometimes the
honest about it.
answers are hard to swallow.
Thank you.
Those are hard
Do
to
you
swallow.
think people are scared to be
Yes.
by themselves?
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
I do,
I enjoy my space so much. It's not even funny.
man.
So what
Okay.
happens when you enjoy your space?
Mm-hmm.
How do you allow somebody to come into your space so that
I think it's a natural progression.
Thank you. That's the part.
It's a
I'm
natural.
asking questions.
That's
See,
the
Roy,
part.
I'm
Open
backing
up
you.
and let them.
You back
Yeah.
at me? Let's go.
I am back at you. How does it work for you? I mean,
I can't
a
say that
natural-
because I'm married.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, well,
I've
how
never
did
been-
it
was
work?
the
and,
for
and
you?
what you say, I mean, I've never been by myself.
oh really?
I've always been in a relationship.
Wow.
Always.
So how
The
does that?
longest, the longest I ever been by myself was 2 months.
So
And that ain't enough because I was still talking to somebody.
So okay, I have a question. Being that you haven't been by yourself. What is it that what is happening that you're going from relationship straight to a relationship, straight to a relationship,
You
straight to
acting
a
like a
relationship?
fruit fly.
Well, I mean,
No, I mean like, what makes you? What is it? I don't know how to pose the question. Like, what is it?
Why is
I'm
it
gonna
that
go
you
back
feel
that
that
way.
you cannot be by yourself?
I don't think it's that he can't be by himself.
Why you
What
choose
is
to be in a
firing
relationship
you?
all the time?
I think it's me and I can't say no.
Can't say no to
To what?
Yeah, to what?
women that wants relationships.
That
with
want
you,
relationship.
And you
And I'm like, and you know, you know you done messed up now. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, we go together now.
Block.
I'm like,
Right.
whoa.
That's that. I want you to play. We go together now.
No, we don't.
You spoke to me. You spoke to me.
Right.
We go together.
No, you looked at me.
heard.
Uh-huh. You looked at me. We engaged.
That thing in my chest. Oh, we go together.
Oh yeah. You know, rub my chest. We done. We married.
But
We
you
married.
know, I have a friend. He told me he said he likes being in a relationship. Which I mean, I understand that. I mean, I get it because everybody wants to be with somebody, but you need to know thyself first
Oh,
before
bitch.
you can be with somebody else.
I still have a
Don't
question.
move on.
Here's another question. When you was going from relationship to relationship, did you ever cheat?
I didn't have to.
You left one and went to the next.
I didn't have to.
Right.
But
So
once
you
I
never-
broke up
you
with
haven't-
one,
You
I
haven't
mean,
ever cheated in a
already
relationship?
no, no. I've always had friends, and occasionally
Standbys.
they would say, "You still married?" or "You
Stand
you still go with your?" All of my relationship, my resume, my relationship, 10 years, 7.5, 8 years, and right now I'm still going. And I done been with her since 2010.
Woo, woo, woo.
So I mean, we done been married, 3 years after that. So I mean, I'm still going.
Mhm.
I mean, at this moment, you know what I'm saying? No offense to my wife that's watching,
Mhm.
because we're on social media, okay?
Uh-huh.
But if
You
I
know
get
somebody gonna tell her.
if I get a chance to be by myself, guess what? I'm running through that window.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you, there's nothing going on, there's nothing wrong, or whatever. But I'm running through that window because I've never had that.
So you want
You
you
don't
want
want
the
to be
opportunity
by
now
yourself.
to be by yourself?
Right.
If it comes, I'm taking it.
Mhm.
If it comes, I'm taking it. I'm just being flat out, dead ass serious.
Oh Lord. So
I'm-
it's
comes,
not.
I mean, like, I'm let it run its course.
Mhm.
If it never happened, it never happened. But
And
if
see-
it comes, I'm running like a fucking jackass.
So what happens to
Through
the
that
woman
window.
that comes to you and want to be with you?
I mean, that's what
That's
I'm
your
saying.
track record.
You see,
Your
that's
track
what-
record is to get in another relationship.
But that's the part.
And see, I
Could
would-
that become toxic?
Yeah.
Because you're so used
But
to
see,
that.
but
that the
see,
first
like
person
he
says
said though,
yes to you.
his problem is saying
Saying
no.
no.
That's where you
Like,
have to
I
learn
don't-
how to say, look,
I don't
look,
wanna be
I
in a
need,
relationship.
yeah,
I'm good.
I need to take this time for me. I need to breathe a little
And
bit.
that's the part we're saying about a lot of people in relationships when I say get centered. It may not be the need to be in a relationship, but also like we were just talking about picking the wrong people or picking that same phenotype
Yeah.
that gets you 3 years down the road and you wonder why I'm by myself again.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm
Well,
gonna tell
we
you something.
know
Look, hold
before
on,
it was-
not to cut you off, but I can say this: you listen to a dream. They say they all. I'm gonna explain myself. Did you listen to a dream? They say, "Oh, if I was married or if we was married, this happened, that happened. I'm gonna be the best wife, this and that more. If I'm your girl, I hear
Block.
dreams,
Block,
and then when I hear dreams."
block, red
They
flag.
do
block.
it up until the point to where they got you where they at, and then they stop, or they don't do it at all.
You don't.
I was like, well, damn. Well, whatever happened to you, you know, when you said so and so and so and so.
Bruh.
I'm doing my part.
doing it then?
She was doing it then until she got me.
No, that's why I'm gonna say they got
I'm gonna
you.
put you-
Nobody got you. Okay? We are still on an ongoing basis. There is at no point we go, I've been here too. No, there is a door. You can walk away.
You know what? This brings me to the tip of the week.
You don't want to have them problems.
Yeah,
man.
but
'Cause you got
this
women-
this ties in so well. Look at God. This ties in. Yes, it is. This ties in so well with our tip of the week for this week. The tip of the week for this week is, it says, you know I had to put my specs on because I wrote it down. It says, don't trust words, question action, but never doubt patterns.
Boom. I like that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you usually get the don't trust words but actions. Actions can lie too.
Mm-hmm. Action.
They can be
For
deceptive.
Trust the
those,
pattern.
for
Right.
those who don't understand that, if you know they're watching, break it down.
Okay, people can say a lot of things, and empty promises. Cause Christopher Williams, for you youngsters, y'all don't know who he is, but anywho, Christopher Williams had a song called "Promises."
Right.
Promises
Yep.
we don't keep. People always can talk, make promises, all kind of words, all kind of things. Those are the words.
What I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Okay, yeah. Question the actions, because the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
What?
So therefore, you may have your actions, but your actions can be questionable. You said you was gonna do this, but you did something, but it wasn't what you said you was gonna do. It was totally when you said you was
But
gonna
that's
do.
not always bad.
Yeah, it may not always be bad, but it still is when those actions are questionable or they're shady. Put it that way.
Why is it not? What you mean it's not always bad?
Because someone may be putting forth the effort to do something, but other intervening factors come in and they fall short of that.
Well,
So
see,
you
that's
can't-
something that can be
Sometimes the
explained.
intent you can say.
Oh, is it okay as long as it's communicated, or is it fall short and you just don't say anything?
Well, here's the part on that. When you're talking about in the battle of the sexes, and men, we have a bad way of, we've not been taught to communicate like men.
Emotion.
I can
Right.
concur
So
with
what
that.
because there is an expectation of us.
Mhm.
So it's hard for us to go and tell a woman or our loved ones, I didn't do this because you're a man. You're supposed to do this. It's how we've been
Great.
instilled in us. Even societally. You don't even have to be raised that way. This is the things that society push on you. So we're like, oh my God, I didn't make it. How am I going to get this done? And when we fall short, guess what we get? The TikTok videos of how he messed up and how he did wrong and he didn't do this. And guess what we're going to do now? We're going to really climb up. Because we don't have a person to speak to. You know,
And
the
see-
partner isn't opening
That also falls back into getting that partner that you have. When you're comfortable enough with that partner to go to them and say, look, especially if that partner is non-judgmental. And that,
Hey,
and
well, that's
that's,
a big one.
Let me tell you about a partner.
That's
Let me tell you
something.
about a partner I had. I'm gonna say this is one of the great partners of all times. Knowing how to let and allow a man to be a man. And how to help him.
Lord, that
when-
made
help
my
him when
headphones
he's
come
out
off.
there.
Lord, he's
So I'm going through my PhD work, and this partner come up with date night. And we go out to date night that we always have. We like to eat very well. While we're doing this, check comes, slides me a card. I take the card and I pay the bill. I sign and turn it into the person and tip. I'm in the middle of school,
yeah.
not rich.
Uh-huh.
Plus, working.
Uh-huh.
So they understand where you're at. we're still not allowing the things that you do normally
And I
to
love
break
that.
down.
I love that.
They pick up the mantle and was like,
Exactly.
I got you. Don't worry about that. I understand. And I'm going to hold you up to the whole thing. And that ebbed and flow on both sides.
That's when you got.
That's when you
have
have
somebody
right,
that truly
that
got
truly
your back.
have your back.
They truly have your back.
Right that moment.
No, ain't no
No,
that
no,
moment. That's
This was
just
all the time.
that's just period.
No, if a person changes like that, you need to watch them.
Exactly.
Like, what is your
That's
motive
where the
there?
pattern.
What
But
is your
he's
motive?
saying by the time that person changed, he's already
Or no,
there.
you should be already there with them.
Mm-hmm.
You are evolving together.
Exactly. And see, the problem lies is when
The
y'all.
falsetto is what he's talking about.
Mhm.
I'm doing everything right. And then I get there, because let me tell you now, you have some people that can make it look real good. And then once you are there and all in and the blinders come off and real life started happening, like, now, like, we was doing good. What happened in the middle of the story? Well, I was doing it for so long I can't keep it up. Now you get to see the real me. By that time you married and in the house together and you like, whoa, man, I ain't asked for this. So, you know.
Flashback. Let me take a drink out.
So, you know, and I'm thinking that's where Troy is coming from,
Add a little
right?
lime on that one.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, you do have your people that do that. It's like I call them the wolf in sheep's clothing. They may show up now or later, but it has to come out.
But you know what? I am so glad. You know, I'm glad God made me the way He made me. Because I have always been, what you see is what you get.
Right.
I don't have time to fake nothing. Because I'm going to tell you, look, I'm sitting up here with a broke, look y'all, because see, I'm sitting up here with a broke fingernail right now.
Happy to be a fan.
And hey, and if you don't like it, oh well. But I'm just saying, what you see is what you get. I don't put on no airs, I don't put on no fronts, none of that. What you see is what you get.
And I think that's what, with all of us that's sitting on this panel, because when I met him, the way he is now is
That's
exactly how I met him.
Right.
Then.
That's not changed
I
at
met
all.
her when I T-Roy, like we talking about
Well, when
like,
you met me, I changed. I changed because you know
No,
I was 13 months pregnant when you met me. So
some of on this panel is like 20 years, like you know.
Right.
And I'm just saying that, you know, like who I see now is who I've always seen.
Right.
So,
exactly. So nothing has
Including
changed, and so that's where the patterns come in. You
Right,
know, we were talking about you
Yeah, you
have to watch those patterns.
major shifts, you know, in their life.
well, I think as people grow, those people who aren't there, they're gonna start
Falling off, right?
It's like shedding skin.
Exactly.
So.
That's why that's why they say the older you get, the smaller your circle becomes.
Thank you.
And look, I got a dot. I don't even have a circle. I got
Right.
a dot. This is it
I
right
got
here.
a
This is
smart card. Take the passenger seat out.
Right.
That's what I need. I don't want nobody. Hey, where y'all going? I'll meet you there.
Okay, I know that's right.
I
But
need
you know what? This has been great.
The first day.
The first day back, I have thoroughly
First day
enjoyed
back,
this. This has
baby.
been wonderful, just like old time. Y'all cackling like old hens and roosters, and you know. So this is what you all have to look forward to for this season. So season 3, we got so much coming. We like I said, we're trying to take it to the next level, and step by step, and with your support, we will do so. And with that being said, you know what time it is. The doors to subscribe are open. Come on.
There you go.
In the
There you go.
room.
I'm gonna commune with you now.
Come on in the room. Just hit that subscribe button.
Hey!
Right there in that corner.
Come on in the room.
You can like, subscribe, and share in the room. Come on in the room.
Everybody!
watching. We appreciate it. And remember, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Never be afraid to express yours. I'm your girl, Lynn Roberts.
I'm that girl, DC.
And I'm your boy, T. Roy.
And Big C.
Big C!